July 1976, Terry Lynn Ray, who was 15, found herself halfway through her summer vacation, bridging the gap between her sophomore and junior years at Anderson Union High School. Her mother, Laverne Ray, fondly remembers her as a small girl, slightly over 5 feet in height. She had vibrant red hair and a deep love for her pinto horse, Shawnee. Her interests included skiing, sewing, and jewelry making. She designed a lovely necklace as a gift for her mother. Terry was an animal lover who envisioned herself as a veterinarian someday. On July the 7th, 1976, Terry experienced a delightful day. The 1970s were a different era for teenagers who spent their summers outdoors without the distraction of cell phones. That day she enjoyed swimming at Clear Creek with her neighborhood friends. She got home around 5:30, changed into jeans and a football jersey while still wearing her bathing suit underneath. She mentioned to her mother that she was off to meet her boyfriend, Willie Bailey, for another swim at the creek at 8:30 p.m. Neighbors reported seeing Terry for the final time on July the 7th at approximately 7:30 p.m. She was walking her dog, Charlie, a shepherd mix, away from her residence on Canyon Road in the direction of Clear Creek. At 6:45 p.m., Mrs. Ray stepped out, returning at 11:40 p.m. to discover Charlie standing outside, completely soaked. Laverne remarked that Terry cherished her dog and would never abandon him outdoors. She pointed out that Terry and Charlie were always together, and if she had to go out, she would have taken him inside. Laverne had told her to be back by midnight, but when Terry was still missing by 3 a.m. Thursday, she reached out to the authorities. Terry was known for her punctuality, and she always called home if she was delayed. Terry's beloved stepfather, Gary McGuire, quickly set out to find her, accompanied by her brother Mike, age 10, and her 16-year-old stepsister, Lori. Tragically, Terry's biological father, Eris Dwayne Ray, a contractor, lost his life in a car accident in 1972. The next day, around noon, 2 children who were swimming in the creek stumbled upon Terry's body floating near the area that is now Highway 273. Although a large-scale search was carried out, police discovered scant evidence, revealing just 1 blood drop on a rock, according to the summer news reports. During the 1970s, the technology for testing was inadequate, making it impossible to link a single drop of blood to Terry. Despite divers using magnets to search underwater, they found no clues. The autopsy revealed no evidence of an assault. Terry had suffered 15 stab wounds, but only 4 were fatal, 1 to the neck and 3 to the chest, which penetrated both lungs. The remaining injuries were superficial and seemed to be defensive in nature, indicating that Terry had struggled with her assailant. She was discovered fully clothed, and there were no traces of anything under her fingernails. Authorities were unable to locate the weapon that ended her life. The investigation promptly evolved from physical evidence to circumstantial aspects. Police conducted interviews with several of Terry's friends and acquaintances, and many underwent lie detector tests, all of whom had trustworthy alibis. Carla Banner, a friend of Terry's, stated that she noticed her at the creek around 8 p.m. chatting with a balding man in his 40s who had dark hair. The police questioned Willie Bailey, her boyfriend, who explained that he had gone to baseball practice and then to a party. He remarked, "It was just a casual 'I might see you there' instead of a date." His account was verified. Less than a week after Terry's murder, a 17-year-old boy was taken into custody. News reports at the time mentioned the boy just briefly, saying only that he was quickly released. On August the 30th, 1976, an 18-year-old girl was taken into custody after revealing her involvement in the crime whilst under hypnosis. Dr. William S. Kroger, a psychiatrist from Los Angeles, who was part of the Chowchilla bus kidnapping case, conducted an interview with Tina Lynn Crum. At the time of Terry's murder, she was a minor and spent over a month at the Shasta County Jail. She was released once investigators confirmed her solid alibi, supported by 4 witnesses who testified she was at home during the incident, all of whom successfully passed polygraph tests. Brad McDonald, a former sheriff's captain in Shasta County, stated that this incident marked the first instance of using hypnosis to elicit a confession in the area. He noted that her inaccurate confession became a national example that contributed to the discrediting of hypnosis as a law enforcement technique. The Redding police stated that at 8:10 p.m. that night, Terry was observed in a yellow Chevrolet El Camino at the Mini Mart, accompanied by 2 men and potentially another woman. They are not certain if it was her, as 5 witnesses shared different accounts of what happened. The El Camino has not been recovered. Another witness, a waitress, claims she spotted her with a man in his 40s at Danny's restaurant at 1 a.m. She feels confident it was Terry. There was nothing unusual about their interaction, which made her question why a young girl would be so intimate with an older man. In 2006, marking the 30th anniversary, her mother went to visit her grave at Anderson Cemetery. Throughout the years, she had never noticed a single flower on her daughter's resting place. However, on this particular day, there was a vase filled with plastic hibiscus flowers. Uncertain if it was a friend or someone feeling guilty, she pondered the gesture. Investigators collected the barcode from the flowers and attempted to extract DNA, convinced that it was no mere coincidence. In 2013, 37 years after the initial investigation, the case was reopened. Captain Peter Hudson from the Redding Police Department stated that DNA was crucial. Some hair samples discovered at the scene had remained in the files for years, deemed worthless because they lacked roots. However, with advancements in technology, there is now a possibility. If DNA is recovered, it will be submitted to the FBI's Combined DNA Index System. Police investigator Sergeant John Seeley states that this case is the most perplexing he has ever investigated. He mentioned that understanding the why could be the key to solving it, as there is a complete lack of motive. Could the killer have been a friend, someone she trusted completely? If the murder took place by the creek, why wasn't her body discovered until noon the following day? Numerous individuals walked through that area that morning and reported seeing nothing unusual. On May the 18th, 2024, Laverne Ray, the mother of Terry, passed away at the age of 97, still living in the Redding home she shared with her daughter. Mrs. Ray held a strong belief that she would eventually learn who was responsible for her daughter's tragic death. But sadly, the knowledge eluded her. She spent years urging anyone with information to step forward. The comforting thought is that they are now together in heaven. Michael, now in his 50s, continues to reside in California, grappling with the heartache of losing his sister and cherishing the brief time they had together. Terry loved to pen inspirational notes on her wall. One read, "The best things in life aren't free, but the best thing in life is freedom." It is now on her headstone.